I have a purex Triton minimax 400 pool heater. It cycles on and off. The service light comes on before it cycles off. It still heats the water, it just takes longer.
The expert will know what to do. Please tell me everything you can so the expert can help you best.
I have a purex Triton minimax 400 pool heater. It cycles on and off. The service light comes on before it cycles off. It still heats the water, it just takes longer.
Is there anything else the expert should be aware of?
I don't think so.
Are any of the lights on the left lit also when it stops firing?
That stat, O and press lights are all lit. The heat is not. The power light is lit but not the service light. I just turned it on to take a look at the lights. At the moment it is not cycling on/off, but when it did last night the service and heat lights would go on and off. It's been on for 10 minutes now and I'm getting lukewarm water from the jets. Is the heat light supposed to be lit when it's heating the water?
With heaters, especially older ones, I have learned that sometimes you have to cycle the heater off and on to verify the fault. It's like sometimes you have to reset its brain. Yes, the heat light should be on.
We just moved into this house, so I don't know what lights should be showing and when. Does it take some time for the heat light to come on? If the heat light is not on, does that mean that the heater is not firing up? Not sure about all the pool heaters, but this one is gas.
The heat light should come on when there is a call for heat. Or the heating is actually heating. When at temp, the heat light will go off. But the power light is on to let you know the heater is on. The lights are what we use to help diagnose problems. You can usually hear the heater fire and working. If the heater does not fire, goes all the way through the system check system, it will throw an error which is on this unit a combination of the lights. It takes about 24 hours to start to feel a difference in the water temperature. Also, the gas tank must be at least 30% full for it to have enough pressure to let the heater work.
It's natural gas. I'm also just heating the spa hot, the whole pool. That I know would take way too long. There is an access door just below the lights. In that door there is a hole in which you can see the glow of the burner. I'm guessing much like a gas dryer works. Can I take off that access door while the heater is running to see what is really happening?
If you are comfortable with doing that. Remember, the cycling is to prevent an explosion. The gas valve opens, and if it doesn't light, for a multitude of reasons, the gas cycles off so it can dissipate before trying again. After 3 times of cycling, sometimes it may lock you out for an hour. It is not uncommon for many tries to light a heater, pool or RV, etc.
I haven't taken the cover off yet, but you can hear it try and light then shut off. I hear 2 beeps, then 2 more beeps, then all but the power light goes off.
Okay, this is an older heater, so let me try to find that diagnostic message. I'll be back.
The label says purex Triton minimax 400.
I had to finish another question. Hold a minute. First of all, you want to clean the skimmer basket, pump basket, and be sure the filter is clean. Does it need backwashing if a sand filter, if a DA or cartridge filter? Let me know for further info. Be sure there is sufficient water in spa. Be sure valves to spa are opened. Not enough water flow can cause the heater to cycle. Try to run heater and see if that was the problem. If it still does not fire, turn off and take front cover off the heater and inspect the wiring. Rodents love to chew wires over the winter. The flow valve/pressure valve may have failed. You can test the pressure gauge for continuity or replace, as they are not real expensive. If that is replaced or checks out and it still doesn't work, it could be a defective high limit switch or thermostat. Otherwise, the system will need to be checked according to the flow of operations for correct voltages and shorts.
It was just working a couple of days ago, so my guess would be it is a valve, switch or thermostat. I guess it has locked me out since none of the lights except the power light is on. I'll give it a bit and then try and fire it up again with the door open and see what happens. I just had to replace the valve in my gas dryer, so I'm assuming the spa heater works in generally the same manner.
Yes, except it can stop call for heat if the water flow is not right to prevent overheating. So that's the extra system we deal with on pool heaters that play into the ignition module.
Okay. The pressure from the jets is very high, so would that mean that the water pressure is good?
Not necessarily. What type of filter do you have?
Sorry. Had grandma duties. We have cartridges.
Cartridge life is about 4 years. If older, they may need to be replaced. However, you can remove them and turn on system to see if the heater fires. If it does, then that tells you it's the filter cartridge. I would also guess a switch or thermostat. You will have to use a multimeter to check these out to determine from here what it is. Is this something you can do? If not, then you will need to call a repairman. Either a trained pool service repair or a gas heater HVAC service tech can help you with further diagnostics.
I can do this. I actually think I have narrowed it down to a blown thermal fuse.
Keep checking to find what caused it to blow. Is the fusible link melted? Check the exchangers to be sure they are not sooted up. Did you get your issue resolved?
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.